What's up, Nady? Okay, change the lighting a little bit. What's up, Fart? Bro, I'm on my way. Video games. Oh, actually, I'm gonna cover my screen, make sure it doesn't leave about. What's that? What's going on, yeah? It would have leaked my cords. Alright, good. You already know what it is. What's up, Splunk? Nady, congrats on being first. I appreciate you, bro. Key Bison, how you been? Yup, T Black. Yup. You guys know about my dream, right? Of one day building the city of pants. That's something I've dreamed about ever since the Holy Church 69. My first day, before I even started base hunting, I wanted to make the city of pants. A big Jesus statue. Holding diamond pants in each hand. Or, leggings. Window, welcome on in. Bradley, welcome on in. Brother Dom. Daniel, what's up? The Segi, what's up? Mikel. We started. We're doing it. We're just starting. I'm watching your stream and watching Squid Game and playing Valorant right now. Oh, that's awesome. Chunks are loading. Somewhat. Okay, I'm scrolling down in chat. What's up, Don? My cat is... I don't know, my cat is looking over there. I'm trying to design a big old whoopee cushion. Bro, Moogle! I got a toy on here. Check this out, you ready? Go! Dev Chino, welcome back. How's it going? Big Jesus statue, but he's holding whoopee cushions. That could be good too. Oh, really, Key Bison? Should I be scared? Alright, I'm actually gaming now. Excuse me, Creeper. Sorry. Dude, Moogle actually fetched the thing I just threw to him. He plays fetch. Look, I'll do it again. Gong it! What's up, Slurpee? Look, he's gonna come back onto the couch with it. Or bed. Gina's been cooking? Good. Is the audio okay? Music? Voice? Yeah, Blue. No one ended up logging in or pulling up or anything. For sure. It was super chill. I ended up having it moved in like 15 minutes right after stream. In fact, like immediately after I ended stream, I just pulled out an axe and I chopped up the dubs of the best things. Like the survival kits with the fireworks and stuff and the XP. I just chopped all that stuff up immediately, set my bed, and then just like, you know, respawned and just picked up the stuff on the floor. So it was a very fast move. Once I got the stuff I really wanted to get out, then I was just kind of like, started taking my time and like actually looking at the stuff. Dude, I don't think I showed it off initially when we were looking at the mixed build mats, but there were actually a good bit of like 1.19 build kits there, like some bamboo kits and amethyst block kits, which is really cool. What's up, Counting? Channel popped up on my suggested I've searched YouTube for the correct way to clean a chinchilla fur coat. You have a chinchilla, DH? We're happy to have you. Is this stone block? Kinda. We're on 2v2t. Paper robber's on right now. Is that the real paper robber? Paper robber. I hope you've been well. Mang. No, that's too much. That's too much. He doesn't know about this account. I don't know what you're talking about, Mako. Is it like Mikel? Or is it Makel? Day has been productive. Good balance of productive and chill. Damn, the chunks are really... We might as well just walk this thing. Might as well find a pig and just walk it on a pig. What's up, Savage? Lucky Monkey, day 2. Whenever I base hunt, I just give up because it's too hard. I haven't really, but I appreciate the positive wishes. How many streams are you hitting this week? It should be 4. I should be live again tomorrow and the next day. I feel like I should respond back to Paper Robber. It's Paul, by the way. I hope chillin' on 2B is rejuvenating. Whatever you're facing IRL, I believe in you. No, not I believe in you. I mean, I do. Will pass, and you got this. Let me know if you need anything. There you go. I hope he doesn't say anything like too personal. Someone blasting Gangnam Style outside my apartment? That's awesome. For those who don't know, Paper Robber won like best chat friend of 2020, I don't know, 3 or something at the Oscars event. But he's been around. Oh, he got muted? With the chunk loading right now, you're better off hunting on horseback. Yeah, we're worse off right now than we were last night for sure. Ow. What? I'm very much into hot sauce. Last night I spilled some on the floor and I didn't notice some got on one of my calves. I woke up at 6 a.m. and both my legs were burning like crazy and hot sauce was all over my sheets. That's terrible. Everybody should email Housemaster, email 2B support, and request that Paper Robber be unmuted. That's absurd. Think of how great chat could be if Paper Robber and Hackle were on at the same time. Can you imagine? Estimate distance from spawn? Good bit past a mill. What? Slurpee, you were throwing up from the hot sauce? Because it was so hot? Where's the joy in that? Does Hackle still play? Yeah. Thank you, Mugo. But what's the story of this trail? Not much, Key Bison. Oh, dude, Key Bison, did you know we pulled up last night? It's actually on my YouTube channel. I made like a little short about it. It's hella nice being able to just like slap together shorts real fast to feature recent finds versus, you know. I don't want to neglect my main channel, and in fact, I have not really put into work the my idea of making a base hunting iceberg video, but that'd be kind of nice, you know, to kind of start just throwing finds for the most part, unless they're really big ones that I spend a long time showcasing. Just like throwing them on the shorts and then putting in a bit more effort into the actual long form videos. I mean, I'm not the most prolific editor. Oh, are we like... Oh, nah, bro. Oh, nah. Well. Hopefully we pull up really fast and they have fireworks for us down the line. It's kind of an active trail. You know, it's just something. It's just a little something I caught while just AFK flying, and it's evident that it's multiple people. It almost seems like there's one guy following it, and then he like gets off, and then he like catches it, and then keeps going, which would indicate that it's going this direction. But that wouldn't make any sense. That'd be going back closer to the highway, whereas like this is going farther from the highway. And so I'm hoping that it. I don't know. Hoping it takes us somewhere, obviously. But I do have actually an instance of my my stash account being open right now, so we can, no problem, we can set a bed and re-gear on fireworks. In fact, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Look at the nether side. I passed some more like really crazy activity. This whole bunch of trails right here. It might be more in our favor due to the chunk loading. We're not that far off. Obviously, our account is right here. It might be in our favor to send ourselves back to our stash just real fast, grab fireworks, dive back to our bed, which is like here, and then just like send it into the nether trail. What do you think? They're two different directions. You know, we have this overworld trail that's obviously two people, whether one is a hunter or not, it's hard to say. That trail's going this way. And then we have this nether activity. What do you guys think? To answer your question, Blue, I'm not going to say I've given up on it. However, I hate when my main account isn't like around spawn and access to like bases or just like meetups around spawn. You know, it turns out maybe a old big name comes online. I want to be able to be there to get a book from them and stuff. So I did send my main account back, and I'm swapping it with the 69 account. That account is now on its way in that direction. Not only to like finish sussing out that trail, but also because, as many of you guys know, we logged a lot of trails in that area when we had the nether roof access for a short time period. So that's the dealio there. See, my main is close to spawn right now. Can I have some gear? Yeah. There's always people at 0-0 giving away gear. Counting hate will not be tolerated. We should think of a final number for counting today. What number do you guys want counting to end on? Blue, my main, which I'm super stoked about. Yo, Samuel Bates. What?
I last played in 2016, but I like to watch you hunt.
No way you last played in 2016. Like, did you quit playing before the Rusher War? Samuel Bates, I'm so curious. Can you mute the guy? Liam, counting and I have been working together to get our numbers up for so long. What's up, Texas? This is a long time project. So, but today I will ask him to end at 5,290. That's going to be the number I request that counting ends at today. Quit when it started to get too laggy? Bruh. Well, comes in waves on 2D. Thank you for the support, by the way. I appreciate the $2. So, I haven't gotten any input from you guys on whether you guys would prefer me to follow the Nether Trail or the Overworld Trail. Not gonna lie, I mean, like, I love this. I love Overworld Trails in this range, but because of the state of chunk loading, I figure it might be futile. It might just be too lame. Speaking of lag, I don't know, maybe it'll get wide though. Ping 800, good, good, good. Incredible T-Black. Synth, that's enough out of you. I appreciate you coming through. What was that? Oh, it was an arrow. Bro, I thought that was a light speed phantom chasing me down or something. The sanguine one will come on in. Is there an evil pig witch in the Nether? My nephew tried to explain to me the Minecraft movie, but it sounds a bit scary. Ugh, I've seen the Minecraft movie. I don't know why they added the pig witch lady. $5,290 in Morse code is Thank you, counting. Synthera, I can think of at least like 5 sadder things in the world. Did you find my stash yet? Oh yeah. Blew it up immediately. I'm thinking of buying a PC to play 2v2T. What PC do you recommend? And what hack client for 2v2T do you recommend? I mean, you don't need the most powerful PC to... I mean, it's Minecraft, right? But then when you do get some clients laid down on there... I don't know. There's a bunch of people that are like... pretty hardcore against getting pre-built computers. But... if it's a relatively newer one... nothing wrong with that. Okay, so some dude is like dipping off. I think that we're gonna have to disconnect and reconnect in order to fix our ping situation here. So let's just try that really fast. That might help. What's up, Spacebar? And Domesticator. Good to see you again. Where are you going? Where are you going? But yeah, so the game plan, we'll use a little bit more of our fireworks right here and suss out the trail a bit longer here in the overworld, but this overworld trail and the nether trail are both good options to hunt on. Maykel, that's also true. Depending on people's budget, you know, like... $4,000 is life-changing to some people and pocket change to other people. Where about are you searching right now? We're a good bit over a million. Over a million. Map loading too slow. I know. Wait, how much dedicated WAM do you need to play 2v2T? Anyone know? Yo, No playing is live right now. Shout out that guy. Did you see Nono's find? No. What are you talking about? Alright, yeah. At this point, y'all, our bed is currently set already. I might just have to cover my screen real fast, load myself over to my stashy, and we'll just respawn on the bed. And actually, I don't know where my bed is set. It might not be as close as I was thinking. No, it is. It is close. It is close. It is close. Yeah, so, yeah, we're going to stow away our stuff right now. Go back to my stash really fast to grab fireworks. Okay. And then... not gonna have enough space in here. And then we're gonna follow the nether trail because chunks are loading better in the nether. Okay. Is that chill? Is that calm? What's up, Figs? Probably bits and pieces, spacebar. That was a clearly purchased stash. Okay, so we're gonna be ending up getting rid of these broken elytra shulks. Probably switch that one out too. We'll keep this one around. So just chilling. Really good. What's a giveaway? Something is purchased? What are you talking about? Did we ever finish the wild goose chase? Nah. I'm not completely giving up in that department, but when something like that goes on, it just becomes so much of a chore and it's not fun playing the game. You know, and you guys know I've been doing my due diligence in that department, so that's just kind of on the back burner at this point. Plus there's other trails in that neighborhood that I'm also eager to hunt. So we'll be back in that range not too long from now. Okay, but I think I'm good. Bed is set. I'm gonna cover my screen now, okay? Spoony table, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I'm gonna cover my screen. I'm gonna TP back to my stash. I'm gonna try to make it as quick and painless as possible for you guys, because I know it's not. It was boring as hell. So, set. Opening up my stash, alti. What's an indicator a stash is purchased? I don't know why my stream bugged out for a second there. Actually, I do. It's because I just loaded my other account. I hate doing this on stream. Okay, load. You guys can't see me, right? Okay. Resetting my pearl. But it was evident that the stash was purchased because of a few reasons. I'm like also focusing on this right now, so it's hard for me to explain exactly. Just be patient with me for one moment. I don't need any more totems, it's fine. Let's lay out these shulks right here. Okay, grabbing elytra. Also, when I moved this, I'm just re-gearing out of the stash that we found yesterday, and when I moved it, I literally just dumped it into randomness, bro. Okay. So I still have to sort it. Okay, now we're looking for fireworks. There we are. Boom, 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 boom. We have our gear all set. Fireworks, elytra, that's all we needed. Okay, I'm killing back to my bed now. Slash kill. I know this is hella boring. I appreciate you guys' patience with me. Okay. I've exited out of my other account. 2B2 T? Ah, right where we just started stream, like 15 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago. Okay, so the stash was full of items like ShopX, Journeyman. It was a large variety, right? And so a large variety can either indicate that it's a hunter's stash or a purchase stash. The second indicator that we had, however, it was the fact that of the amount of things that he had there. He had like exactly 1 dub of XP. He had exactly 1 row of gapples. And as far as each of the armor sets go, it was like the same amount of helmets, shirts, legs, shoes, and it all like accumulated into 1 dub amount of the gear. And so just little things like that. Obviously they didn't have like any quick moving pearl setup. Yeah, just very evident. Usually if it's a hunter's stash, there's more like absurd things there, things that aren't as useful, because you're finding these things But everything at that stash was like something that people would purchase. Okay, what am I doing? I'm having a brain fart. Alright, now we're gonna go into the nether. Let's see how far away this trail is, nether side. Okay. What's up, Deck? How you been, man? Why do you cover your screen? Even if the cords are covered? Because, Liam, I will first reference the fact that, you know, back in 1.12 of 2B2T, which the server had been on for the majority of its life. Alright, so we're gonna go like, right into the smack dab in the middle of that thing. Let's see how far away this is. 8K, we can just see that manually. In 1.12, there was a specific designated seed to the server, right? So especially in 1.12, if you were to screen share or share a screenshot of your base and there was terrain in it, people could use that against you by, you know, it's called terrain exploiting. I'm sure you've heard of it. You can just recreate that terrain in a single player world and send it through some website that essentially will just find all the potential cords that it could be. Now, ever since then, in 1.19 and newer, that is not the case. The seed for the server is obfuscated. I believe that the chunks that generate ahead of you are kind of informed by the chunks that you've generated previously, and that's just kind of how it goes. I don't think that there is a seed. That being said, even so, there are still block rotations and other means that players can use to indicate potentially the range or the quadrant that the stash is in. It's generally much safer, but I just rather wouldn't risk it on stream, you know, when it's a bunch of items that I can use hunting and stuff. So yeah. Bro, this is not about to be a daily reminder thing. I thought you guys banned this guy. Sparks of Hell, I hope you've been well, man. I appreciate you. What's up, Moops? I just found a stash that seemed to be a lot of items that someone was buying or storing for sale. What? Wait, how big was the stash? I don't understand these terms. Well, long story short, people could essentially figure out the chords just by looking at the terrain. Bye, Cake Pops. Love you. Add the Pokemon music, bro. Oh, I totally forgot to do that. $25 Shulks, not bad. Show me a dirt block at Y62, Paul. I swear, it's a super cool thing. Are you talking to me right now? Yeah, for sure. I think this stuff is fascinating. I love talking about the server. Alright, passing through here. Clearly it's 2 people. You can tell that it's 2 people based on how much the lava has flown around here. Paul, when's the last time you found a good stash? We found a good stash last night. I'm super stoked on it. It'd been a good bit since I found a good stash on stream. 20 dubs. What's my favorite aspect of the server? My favorite aspect of 2B2T. I've explained this before, so I'm going to try to summarize it in a quick way. And I guess this goes for Anarchy servers in general. But when we're talking video games, pretty much every single video game in the world, everything that you can achieve and do in that video game is set within the confines of what the coder gave you the ability to do. Like the team of devs gave you the ability to do. You know, they could make strategy guides of every possible thing that you could do in any game ever made, right? And so it's a finite type experience in that way. Whereas with 2B2T, due to the environment of it not only just being a sandbox game, it's anarchy. And so players are encouraged to push the server to its limits and try new things. And that type of challenge is intriguing for a lot of people who come along. And it creates this space where your experience is not set within the confines of the coders necessarily of the game, but it's like interconnected with everybody else's experience in changing the server. And every time somebody places a block or does anything, it's like leaving a footprint forever on the server. And it creates like the most organic gaming experience that I can imagine in my head. So that's my favorite aspect of the server. Okay, we have now arrived to this set of trails, and there's a portal up ahead, it looks like. It looks like a hunter's portal too. So that's not optimal. Yeah, it's a modern hunter too. You can tell by the way that the portal is built. They were using an auto portal thing. Nady? Nathan? Nady? Nathan? TTRPGs? Wait, what's the TT stand for? Alright, so we are essentially at this point on this trail, it appears like we're competing with another base hunter who came before us on this trail. We shall see if this hunter successfully hits a skip or if they miss it. Tabletop RPG, like Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yeah. Where did we already go? We went to that one. We gotta go to this one. Yeah, I'll be doing DD tomorrow. When you find stashes, how do you move the items to your stash efficiently? I was thinking about it. So if I come through this portal and it's a stash on the other side, I go in here and I use my handy dandy, this is my special kit that I made myself that's just useful for things. I mean, you can use respawn anchors or set a bed. Make a bed, you set it. You know how I just TP'd to my stash to re-gear on fireworks and elytras? I pull up that same account and I have it set up with a, bubble column and a pearl and a button to press. And I just set my bed, get pearled to my stash, dump all my gear, dump my E-chest to make sure I have nothing, die back to the bed, and just start moving it to the stash, Fill up my inventory, fill up my E-chest, get TP'd over, rinse and repeat. Bro, Hibiscus, please. This could be any trail in the whole world. Clearly some hunter has been through here before, though. I'm still riding the high from yesterday's find, though, so I'm not really super pressed either way. Nah. Same sort of range, but different hibiscus. This is the Fart Clan decoy trail. Well, I wasn't gonna tell stream that. I guess you're trying to ESP back on. Just gonna nuke my stream for a sec. There we are. Jammer. Oh, guys, I added a new emote to my Twitch today. It said it was pending. Like an hour before stream, it still might be pending. But just know we got a Paul Steve dancing emote in the works. Yup. Paul State dance. Itaruma, look one in. All right. Let's go side to side real fast on this trail. See if it's still as many people out here. Oh yeah, it looks like there's still plenty of people going down. Should add the alien from Paul. I never watched that movie. I forgot about that movie. I watched Ted though. The real secret skip. Check me out. Rips him. What's my favorite movie or movie series? It's probably a tough... It's a tough choice between Napoleon Dynamite, Mean Girls, and Treasure Planet. Wait, maybe there's actually more. Wait, let me think. What's that one movie? Skinamarink. Also, Skinamarink. I have like a sore throat. I might need to take some like allergy meds or something. It's been dry lately. What? Enter the Void? Raise your hand in chat right now if you've watched the movie Enter the Void. All three of those movies are mid? What? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You probably like Breaking Bad, and you probably like Interstellar or something. You guys ever watch the movie Her, Scarlett Johansson? No, I'm just talking shit. Yeah, Interstellar is good. You know that scene when like the dad, the main character, is watching that video from the past of like, I think it's his daughter, after he like gets into that time loop, and it's like a very iconic scene. He's like crying, and he's like, that's how I imagine you guys whenever I pull up on a stash on stream. Sir, did you drop something? I can. There you go. Bless you, Mugo. I don't know if this trail is like depleting away. I liked her. Okay, Mugo's trying to get behind my bookcase. Okay, I'm gonna close my door really fast. I'm also gonna take some allergy meds really quick. I feel like I'm not able to talk so good. RFR3X, right on time. You're in charge of chat, just for 1 sec. Bye, Mugo. I did! I'll drop something else. What's that? Yeah, Twitch is better. Did the music stop? There it is. Yeah, what is going on with this trail? Yo, Preston. Appreciate it, Cody. My mom is texting me. Oh God. I am not nervous. Yeah, I don't know. It was a crazy amount of activity up here, and now it's kind of died off, it seems. We'll check the other side of the trail, and then we'll just go back. What about you guys? What's your favorite movie or movie series? Ooh, okay. Follow-up question. You go to the movies? Does anybody go to the movies anymore these days? What would be your go-to snack at the movies? Me? I'm scared of popcorn. So I usually just get like Milk Duds or something. Sorry, I'm not taking questions right now. Okay, I'll just stop. I'll just stop talking. Yeah, something happened to our trail. It must have ended somewhere. Now it's just one lone dude, or a couple of people on just one trail, versus like 6 trails like we saw earlier. Bro, I just hate getting kernels stuck in the back of my throat. You get one kernel stuck in the back of your throat, it's over. Can't even pay attention to the movie anymore. What's up, Bleak? Anywhere really moves. I don't think I ever saw Sinners. What's that? I watched some movie in the theater recently. I'm forgetting the name of it. Oh, Heretic? That was pretty cool. It looked so much cooler in the trailer than it actually turned out to be, but it was still good. In reality, it's whatever they sold at the dollar store that I can sneak in. Oh, you said cookie dough. What are you allergic to in cookie dough? That's awful. Also, guys, I bought more Butterfinger ice cream today. I just thought I should get that off my chest. Damn, hibiscus. Is like gluten intolerance something that you can develop over time? I think it is, right? At least it's not celiacs. I'm so sorry to anybody in here who deals with celiacs. Dr. Pepper and Skittles, good. Blue is the Warmest Color is a movie I watched the last year, and that was pretty epic. I've never heard of it. You do have celiacs. How? I don't know. Maybe there's more of like a spectrum to the severity of celiacs that I don't know a whole lot about. I always just thought, like, if there's even traces of gluten in any food, then they could be hospitalized. IDK. I know you switched over to Twitch. I don't know what you want me to call you, though. Both of your names are kind of tricky. Alright, so... there seems to be... we need to investigate this side. I got celiacs after the U.S. military poured jet fuel in my water supply. Thank you for the follow, by the way, IDK. Real. That's heinous. Okay, check me out, check me out. Dude, I feel like there's some sort of compensation you can get for that. Hibiscus. I bet, IDK. Come on. Primal Fear? Edward Norton. Not familiar with that either. I don't think any of you guys answered when I asked the question if any of you guys have seen Enter the Void. I had a short stint of time when I was obsessed with that movie in college. Can't really say it was a good movie. But, you know, it's one that you can watch and just be all, like, sick and twisted and philosophical. There's definitely an aesthetic to that movie. Dan, what's up, bro? Give us a synopsis. It's, like, about... It's like a very, it's just got a weird vibe to it. You know, like dark, neon lights, like inner city Japan, strung out drug addicts. And it's like about DMT. But essentially, like, right early on in the movie, the main character dies. And the whole movie is you, like, seeing the point of view of his soul. Like, passing through his memories. And reconciling with, like, trauma he dealt with. I'd say it's a pretty good synopsis. But day's been good. Yo, RFR. Now we're back. But yeah, it's been a productive day. It's been a good balance of like productive and chill today. Ooh, I bought a crazy meat today. I went to my local Italian mom and pop shop. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like Ndua or something. Induja? Thank you for following that account. When you're base hunting, do you still follow trails when it branches off into a lot of different directions? It depends. You gotta read the scene. You know, shout out to Freddy Krueger, who I raided yesterday. You know, he only joined the server not that long ago at all. And is primarily a builder, but recently he's been dabbling in base hunting, and that's been really enjoyable to see him learn and figure out. And one thing I gotta give credit to Freddy Krueger for is, while he doesn't necessarily know... Put auto armor on. A lot of the ins and outs and like strats of base hunting, you know, from someone who's done it for a long time, there's a logic about it that a lot of base hunters take a long time to learn. Whereas, you know, and Zeros map is a huge help with this, because before Zeros map, you never had the ability to open up your map and like zoom out and take a bird's eye view of it. And so like the ability to like look at all the individual trails and kind of like see where they bump their heads and turn, and can help you indicate if someone's getting off of it or on it, and if trails split and go in every which direction. You can kind of use context clues to help identify what's going on, you know. What am I climbing on? Andouille? No. It like literally starts with it's like NDUJA, I think. Actually, I think that it's not even an N first. I think it's an apostrophe and then it's an N. I think. Has the Mafia infiltrated 2B yet? I don't think so, actually. I mean, maybe. We have the Goodfellas. Chana! Oh my goodness gracious me. What a sight for sore eyes.
Hi, Paul.
What's up? How you been? It's been a minute. What's going on? Are you playing 2B lately? All right, here it is. I feel it. Chill and Trana. We found a stash yesterday, which I'm still super stoked on. But yeah, I'm on my way, Blue, and it feels good. I'm really happy to be back in the mix. Like, you know me, I can't be idle too long on 2B. I have to be base hunting a lot, or else I start getting antsy and bored. But too much of anything is exhausting. Yo, Willardom! What the hell? Yo, bro. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. At this point, we're a little bit just kind of shooting in the dark, portal skipping around like the biggest concentrations of activity, but that's what you gotta do. Right here. There's still a bunch of activity like eastbound and stuff. We're gonna do some skips right here, and then we're gonna go down and do some skips over here. I feel good about this spot too. Trana. You know I'm just stoked to have you be here, right? But I see you said Not so much 2B these days. Have you been playing any other games or just doing grinding IRL stuff? Thank you for the support. Obey kills. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, check me out. Yes. RFR, I appreciate you coming through. Thank you for the good vibes, a good conversation, and I hope to see you next time. Catch you on the flip. IRL stuff. I'm proud of you. Dude, you guys remember when the song "This Is America" by Childish Gambino came out? Groundbreaking. Dev's best group. Shout out the Devs. What's up, Bard? How have you been? 3005 his best? That's the name of a song, but also that album, right? For me, my top Childish Gambino song is going to be Sober. That dude's a freaking genius. I don't know what he's been up to lately, though. Did he fall off? Because the internet was the album. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that song had Sweatpants on it, too, which I also love that song. What up, Schwa? Tiny Portal. Let's see, what else is there we need to catch up about? Dude, I feel like last stream, I just, like, laid out my entire life story to you guys. Just emphasizing the most weird memories that I've ever had. This music puts me to bed. That's okay. You know, I can't claim to say I give the same, like, super chill vibes that Ranch facilitates in his streams. But I mean, the monotony of base hunting and combo with just the chill video game music and the conversation, it's good. A stream wasn't what I expected when I searched for 2B2T. Were you searching for 2B2T on Twitch? Or were you just like looking it up online and came across the stream? I appreciate you coming through. If you have any questions about 2B stuff, I'm happy to answer. Okay, so now we are going to be traveling the southeast direction. See what that activity is about. Did you ever try 2B2E? Is that the Pocket Edition version of 2B? Didn't Fit play that in a video one time? Bedrock compatible. Let's see where this guy goes. Tell us about childhood mischief. Slurpee, did we not go through enough of it last stream? Is that not enough for you? Bard, I gotta do my part in gatekeeping, don't I? From the broader public? Wait, semi-configs. Talk about birds? Birds, birds, birds. You know what birds are cracked? Hummingbirds, bro. Oh, it got sold to bows? I don't run bows. That's what I play on. It's pretty popping, though. How popular is 2v2T still? It's huge. It's more popular than it's ever been these days. It just gets more and more popular. I think that it was like, you know, if we talk back to, it was like 2020 was a peak because the algorithm was really pushing 2v2T content, FitMC videos in particular on YouTube. So 2020 was a peak then, and then 2021 it kind of went down, 2022 it kind of went down, 2023 it kind of went down until the 1.19 update, and then it started going back up. And 2024 and 2025 it's been the most it's ever been. I feel like I should actually fly around a bit more in the overworld off that skip that we just attempted. Everyone will push it this week? I bet. Sure it won't last long. Hummingbirds are nothing compared to owls and falcons? Bro, they're cracked. Owls are so cool though too. Never really liked falcons ever since I watched Stuart Little as a kid. Loved owls though ever since I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. Am I right? Yeah, the solid. It's updated to the 1.21.4. Oh, now we're jamming. Maybe we should just put this song on Eternal Loop. Turkey vultures vomit on themselves for self-defense? Ooh, imagine on the Mushroom Island. Rip. Ooh, wait, I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of a bird. I'm thinking of a bird. The greater sage louse. Thoughts? Should we watch a video on them? Greater sage louse reaction. I like loons. I don't know what that is. This baritone ghoul is still on. This is a mess of trails that we're in right now. Messy, messy, messy. What's up, Cirques? Rip schwa. Wait, before you go, I'll miss you. Do you hunt for your food? Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. What are you talking about? I don't even know my prey. In 2021, there was a no range cap for player try place item on block packets. You could spawn fireworks on people from anywhere in the world. In 2021, so that's after NOCOM was patched. So that's bizarre. Because I know that NOCOM, for those who don't know, was, you know, the big cord exploit that was most prominent in 2020, but existed ever since 2018. And it utilized like the ability to you know, in layman's terms, you could like hypothetically take my free cam and just run it forever, super duper fast. And even though these chunks are unloaded for me, you'd be able to go over here and start swinging your pick, and it would know what's over here. And so people would like mass. They would do that en masse to find bases. It's crazy. What are you talking about, Shua? Oh, never mind. No way, Slurpee. He says, speaking of birds, my neighbors brought over their pet ducks this week, so I gotta pet some ducks. That's awesome. Ooh, okay. End game for Paul Steve, like IRL end game. I want to raise chickens someday. How awesome would that be? They're so cool. Alright, what is this U-turn situation for? Any luck? YouTuber, not quite yet today. We are investigating a mess of trails out here. But I'm feeling good. We ended up finding a stash last night at the very end of stream. For anybody who hasn't seen it, you can just like click over to my last live on YouTube, and it's in like the last 10 minutes when I pull up. I crave the homestead. Oh my goodness. I just feel like that there's something like primally satiating about cultivating life like that. Plus, chickens are so cool. They're savage. You just feed them a bug or something. Feed them anything. They turn it into an egg. My chickens got slaughtered by raccoons. Same, actually. My family raised chickens. I mean, my mom got them when I left to college. She had them for a few years, but eventually raccoons broke in and killed them all. It's actually an egg dupe, though. It's crazy. It's crazy how frequently they produce eggs. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it was a tragic scene. Moops, for real. Rest in peace. So we all had the chickens as kids killed by wildlife experience. Guess so. Raccoons are awesome, though. Yeah. When I was like 11, we had some like half indoor, half outdoor cats. And so they had an outdoor food bowl in the backyard. And every night, eventually the food bowl got discovered by raccoons, and they would just pull up and they would finish off whatever is in the food bowl every single time. Right? And we figured out it was the same 2 raccoons that would pull up every single night. We knew just based on how they looked, and one of them was missing their tail. Like, not completely, but it was mostly like chopped off. Whether that happened at a young age or in a fight in adulthood, who knows, but we named them Asshole and Jerk, and the one missing the tail was named Asshole. And we actually liked them, and we would feed them too. We would just feed them other stuff. We would feed them a whole egg. You could go into your fridge, grab an egg out of your fridge, whole egg, give it to a raccoon, it'll swallow it whole. I don't know if you guys knew that. Mine became dinner for a fox. Rip, man. Remember a mouse got into a chicken coop, drowned in the water bowl, then got frozen inside? That's not funny. Stop laughing. Horrific hamster death stories. I think that there were probably a handful of occasions where, like, either me or one of my siblings were begging for a pet hamster, gerbil, whatever and the like. And we would eventually get it one day, and then we would, like, not want to have the responsibility of taking care of it. And so then our mom would give it away, but she would tell us that it ran away. Why would they swallow whole eggs? That isn't even yummy. I don't know. They just do it. It was impressive. How tragic are we going for pet death stories? Probably just use your discernment, Blue. You need to get something off your chest, though. If you're still, like, working through the trauma, I mean, we're all here for you. Right, guys? Nady, what are you talking about, bro? My hamster got stuck in the walls for months. Boss, how was your hamster even alive in the walls for months? What was it surviving off of? Then clawed its way out one day while we were all chilling in the room. Bro. What? Ooh, okay, this guy might be our secret. This might be our secret trail. Because look. He goes down here. Let's follow this lefter route, see where it takes us. But he could have gone like this. Around here. And then around here. And then got to this point and then went left. No, I mean, we're looking at this. This doesn't really look like somebody going. This is like more like this. And then up here. Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That is terrible, Blue. An entire apartment building burning down is... That's so sad about the animals, man. I mean, I assume you weren't there when it burned down. I figured nobody was in your family. Okay, Blue, you win. Most horrific pet death story. Congrats. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what came over me. What's up, Gelato? Damn. Ooh, another great movie. Wait for it. Little Rascals. +1 nose pit counter. Don't count that. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Wait. If you want to do a nose picker counter, you want to do like a booger eater counter too? It'd be interesting to like compare and contrast data. My Lord goes crazy, Paul. You don't even know. Mine too. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I believe it, Blue. Look at you now. You made it to adulthood. That's huge. We are back to this mess over here. Anyone else kill a snapping turtle? No, bro. No one else has ever done that before. Maybe we should pin that message from Spacebar. Oh, man. Let's just roam around in the old world for a minute. Is this trail promising at all? I'm not sure. Not gonna lie, the way that this trail looks is not too different from the trail that we followed yesterday. That led to a stash. We just had to hit the right skip. You know, yesterday's trail was also seemingly hunted for a lot of it. So it appears like this zone right here is like the biggest conglomerate of loaded area, and I know there's already a bunch of skips on here, but we're gonna go between the lines and fly around in the overworld just a bit. At this rate though, the way that it like depletes in activity so soon after we like found this trail, maybe we want to go north and like check the scene up here. Life advice? Definitely asked Nona about his find after stream. Why don't you tell me about it? Was it a find on stream? My cat lived 15 years. That's incredible, Dev. How do you become a member of this clan you call Fart? It's like a soul thing. You have to just feel it in your soul first. And then eventually it grows. It gets bigger. It slowly moves down your digestive tract. And then I think you know what happens next. What then? He found a Carl stash? Avalicium? What the flip? You gotta be kidding me. That's incredible. Is it still possible to find huge stashes? Yeah, that's all it is, but it's... They're so few and far in between these days. Like, across the community. Man, sometimes it feels like there's no more left, but somehow people just keep pulling them out the woodwork. You know, just in 2024, I would say like maybe like 5 1K dubs were found across the server. A couple have been found in 2025 already as well. Chris, we got like 90. One of them being VLTZ. Yeah, the solid, but it's the economy of 2B2T is vastly different today than it's really ever been. And it's slowly become this way over the years because, you know, 2B2T, Anarchy server, it's known to have all these exploits here and there. But a public dupe exploit has not been around since 2020. 2020 was when the last one existed and it got patched. There's been some not as spectacular dupes, like where you can only dupe a particular item. There was a trident dupe recently. There was an armor dupe at one point. But due to that, any massive stash that you find nowadays, you're gonna have to be like really lucky in some really, really old territory. Maybe find a chunk dupe stash or something that happened to have been created during a time period where there weren't any cord exploits. And if you find something active that's mega big, it's very likely like a shop stash or something. And the effort that people put in nowadays, like serious base hunters, the amount of effort that they put in into hiding their stuff is so much more extreme these days than it was back in 2020, 2021. So all of that creates and on top of all of that, due to there not being a dupe since 2020, base hunting has just become much more prevalent in general. So you're also competing against more base hunters than there ever has been in 2B history, because it's one of the only ways to accrue wealth on this server besides farming or buying items. Blued, I haven't really seen it in action yet, so I'm not quite sure, but maybe. Help. Help. Don't hurt me, pig. What's up, Seth? Yeah, Bard. That was something that I knew about, but I never truly believed. Wasn't it like an LA dupe? Obviously doesn't really count since the server rolled back and got patched. Sure, then, yeah. That'd be cool. Why would he attempt to skip here? I was the one who helped scientify with the Trident dupe, but I was never mentioned in Fit's video. Yeah, I mean, I'm under the impression that, like, Kill It really had no hand in discovering that dupe at all. He just kind of learned about it and then made it public. Trident dupe? Yeah, that was the last public dupe to exist on the server. And I think I probably have some on me. Yeah. It only worked with loyalty tridents though. Or not necessarily only loyalty, but it couldn't have Riptide. Why would they dupe that useless item? Simply for the fact that you could. You know, because players know that it's going to be patched at any moment. So it's fleeting. But there were a good bit of players that were aware of the dupe but decided not to do it because it's useless. There's other people who did it just because they want to be able to buff up the size of their stash and flex the fact that they have 100 dub stash, you know, not necessarily saying that it's all tridents that they duped. Other players just do it for the culture, you know, they know it's going to get patched and they want to be able to leave that digital footprint on the server, like have some name brand stuff. I don't think I have any of my name brand ones on me. I probably duped like 10 dubs. The Trident dupe could also dupe any arrow type, right? I think theoretically with the same tech, yes, it could. However, the module that became public in order to do it only did tridents. Hell yeah, Jasper. Huge. I try to disperse them. I try to like spread them around. Kill and I were in talks about it all, and Sai kept dropping hints because he wanted the clout. Kill It replicated and improved the dupe. Sai didn't care about 2B. What Slime Girl claimed everything I did. It's just a block game, and I had IRL stuff to worry about. The truth. I wish that things didn't go the way they did with the Trident dupe. How does Kill It get involved in these things? You know, I think of like there's like this. And that he just like clout farms the Trident dupe situation. And then like gatekeeps it until he makes a video about it, and then it gets patched like the next day. Well, people reach out to him for his named Obsidian. Bro, for real. And like I'm thinking about the Foxfall grief situation. I don't even know the name of the group that found it. But I remember they specifically brought Kill It on board just for the clout. To like come grief a base. He doesn't even play anymore. Bro, are you kidding me? Ball lightning? Why does it sound familiar? I don't think so. Okay, the more I look at our situation here, these two trails right here that are parallel, I think that it's separate. I think that these two trails are separate and going to an actual spot, and that all this other activity is maybe a different thing. The last things we're going to do in investigating this bit is we're going to do another skip here. But then we're going to go over here and see if anything comes about with the trails coming around over here. And then after that, if nothing comes into fruition, we might just choose to follow those trails instead. Wow, this song doesn't ever play. It must have switched from my playlist to something else. This is intense. Yeah, Bard, I mean... we'll see. It's hot in my room, bro. Oh, shit, bro. Dude, I saw this 1 pixel of loaded area, and it was... anyways. I got juked. Alright, cool then. If this music is too much, let me know. You know me, I love Final Fantasy music, so... Bro, I actually might change shirts at some point in this stream. It's just so hot in our room, bro. Bro, spacebar, please. Damn, Slurpee, I had no idea. It says Slime Girl and Kill It had major beef. We roped him in intentionally because she wanted to shove it in his face. I did it for the chaos. I have 30 to 40 shulks of Trident still. I only keep in touch with Kill It now. The others were a bit unhinged. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. I had no idea. What? Blue Eyes says, when we open Fart Clan applications, it's just going to be a request for people to rip big ones into their mic. She said what she said. Anyone still want to join? Anyone brave enough? How do you remove nether fog? Oh, that just reminds me, somebody earlier asked me to show off my Zeros map stuff. Never brought it up again. I totally forgot to show him. With Rusher, no render, world, fog. Now it's all foggy. Damn. Is Shart a disqualification or brownie points? That's such a good question, Slurpee. Wait, guys, let me know. Would you rather have a dry fart that everyone hears or a wet shart that nobody hears? I mean, at the end of the day, it depends. It just depends. If I'm on a hot date with the love of my life, first date, trying to make a first impression, you're probably gonna have, I don't know, actually. Wait. No. We're going dry and noisy. Every time. We're only human. Anybody that can't accept that? Not for me. Or not for me in my life. Do you fart in front of your girlfriend yet, Paul? I kind of have a protocol in that department. Whereas like immediately after, before like the smell comes around, you know how, like, you know, thunder follows lightning, something like that. I'll just rip one and then immediately be like, I think Moogle farted. I blame it on Moogle every time. I might be a little tongue-in-cheek when I say it, whether she picks up on it or not. I don't. Blame the pets always. It's awesome. Even though, like, obviously there's different smells, right? You know, like you can tell if it's an animal or not. At some point, you just have to be you, brother. Let her smell the real you. Oh, we do. Trust me. It's sensational, really. My cat farted in my face last night and bounced as soon as he smelled it? Bro. This is BM. I bet this song that's playing right now is like a 30-minute version or something. I'm getting the sense. My grandpa farted on me once at Disneyland and I got really mad. Yeah, my uncle did the same thing to me when I was a little kid. Piss as fuck. Yeah, old people have a hard time holding in their farts for sure. They're not built for it anymore. They've gone flabby. What is that? You would think... Oh yeah, pull my fingers, so good. All right, I'll switch the song. Just listen to it for 10 minutes. It's been awesome, but cozy farming vibes, relaxing Stardew Valley music with farm sounds and ambience. You guys have no say in this. I could stream for 10 more hours with this music playing. Well, Steve, it would be a vibe if you just streamed a 2B build one day. I might do that. I mean, like, you know, I don't know if you've been in touch with... Yo, Zippy 2. Zippy, it's a pleasure to have you, man. How you been? Do you still play 2B? But, you know, we've been chatting about the Fortress lately. The Fortress of Solitude. That may or may not be on my radar. There's a possibility of building there on stream. It's not usually my dig, really, but... Wait, maybe this is good. Each has parked out front. No. No, but there is something to say... I'm locked in on this little bit of activity. What the fuck? You know me? Of course I do. ranch is dead. Sharditude. Sharditude. Should the Fortress have gang violence? That T-Black, that's literally a thought I had in my mind. Obviously, I am really keen to make a base that's theme is just like commentary on violence and poverty. It's something I've been talking about for a while on stream lately. But if the Chartreuse, I mean the fuck. I'm quitting Fart Clan. I give up. But yeah, if that base isn't the time and place for that theme, that's understandable. Or, hear me out. Fortress of Solitude starts out there, Fart Clan main base. Then, upgrade City of Pants. The second installment, chapter 2 of the whole base. The City of Pants is what surrounds the Fortress of Solitude. And then, it's released to Geezers. Geezer Town 21. And that is where we introduce the commentary of gang violence and poverty. Eh? Is that too much? Oh, I thought it was 21. My bad. I'm barely a geezer at this point. I still don't get this gang violence base theme thing. Have you looked at the world for 1 second, spacebar? Yo, chicken! Welcome back. Help.
Brother.
Hi. Chicken, how have you been, man? What you been up to lately? Okay, so spacebar, you might notice if you look at the world, you know, like you know on 2v2t, you can open up your Zeros Plus. Eventually the map loads, and then you can zoom out, take a bird's eye look, a bird's eye view of what's really going on. Okay, now if you do that to the whole world in real life, then you will, in turn, you will witness a commentary on violence and poverty. You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down yet? Hey Paul, what class do you play as in D&D? Can you guess? Just been in 1 week in Greece. Back for 1 week, then France 1 week. Oh my goodness, I hope you're having the best time. Can I like give a sizzling hot take on Greece coming from somebody who doesn't know anything about Greece? I don't know, I feel like they just give try-hard vibes. Like they're just trying too hard to be gorgeous there.
Sometimes we get so caught up in our own point of view.
I'm so
we
fucked in
fail
the
to
head,
see
I
the
know.
common ground we share with others. These days, Oregon faces a number of critical challenges.
Slurpee is now following up on his wet shark question.
What if we zoom out to see the bigger picture? You want a healthy environment, and so do we. You want great.
Okay,
jobs for
Zippy might be better.
You wanna prevent
What is this
disaster.
ad, bro? That might have been a more eloquent way to say it, Zippy. No, don't pull it. No. Anything but that. What were we just talking about? Oh yeah, spacebar was talking about. Okay, yeah, no. As far as it being a theme for a Minecraft build, it's pretty. It's hard to capture the theme vibe just verbally. But within the announcement of the theme and whatever base group Discord it is, you just have to include some photographs, you know? We know about like shanty towns and like big walls that separate like high class, high rise, multi-family dwellings. And then just like a big wall with barbed wire that separates the impoverished folk on the other side. And it's just a stark juxtaposition between the wealthy and the poor, and it makes you wonder like how these people got into these places. And then like the exploitation that might be related to the wealthy communities versus the violence that might come about in the poor communities because of their impoverished position. And then you could build like a car on fire, and then you can build like prisons, and then you can build like factory farming, make a giant sick and twisted cow farm. That'd actually be really good. That'd be really good for Fart Clan, because you know, greenhouse gases. Do you watch Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan, Paul? Of course. He just recently got the title back for All Gas No Brakes. That happened like a month ago, which is awesome. That sounds sick. I've built a few things like that in single player. Underground cities where the poor people live on the bottom and the rich people live on top. Oh yeah, 100% Jasper. I mean, like, obviously, I feel like I'm like a broken record. I mean, when you stream as much as I do, eventually you're just recycling a lot of conversations. And as many of you guys know, like, I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7 in particular, like, that's a very big theme in that game. Is like, it's just like a big, the main city is kind of built like that, exactly like that, where it's like slums underground. Is there actually a trail here? There actually is activity here. Or make a build around a list on an unnamed island? What are you talking about? Rip chicken. What account am I on right now? Did this guy like not dig up and explore? Evidently there is a trail that passes through here. But is this guy... No way. Is that you, Zippy? What, are you like AFKing a crazy farm right now? Oh my goodness, we're getting slaughtered. I have so many questions. I'm gonna rage if you're on my trail. Wait, let me do my statistics check real fast. Okay, chicken. Chicken is in the spawn masons, so the stash is not gonna be over 5 mil. It's gonna be grossly close to spawn, uncomfortably close to spawn. And then we're gonna think of the quads. Yeah, it's actually very possible I'm on your trail right now, chicken. Yeah. it's not. I'm gonna kickflip into this. I'm gonna portal skip straight into a base right here. Watch me. Kidding, chicken, kidding. Help, help. Is Stray good? Is that the game about the cat? Yeah, so we did hit the skip.
I'm always trying to be the best. At
Stop with the ads, bro. Bro, don't make me go back into overworld, please. Please don't make me go into the overworld. The chunks are so bad. Stray is so good. Love Stray. Meow. Are you guys serious right now? I've never played it. I've just seen a little bit about it. I don't know. I figured it looked too much. It looked more like just like you were playing through a storyboard than you were actually like gaming. Are there like puzzles or like enemies or like stats or like, or is it just more of kind of like an artistic experience feel? Okay, if we're... Wait a sec. Before we do this, before we like pay attention to this overworld trail, look at how much activity we've got just to the east of us over here. And you guys did not even yell at me for not checking it out. You guys gotta lock in. No, the Sky Masons was such a good prank on the server. Huge props for that. As like a base hunter, when Bobbers found it, because obviously, you know, like me and Bobbers were super clicked up, and so he immediately was just spamming my DMs along with like Egg and Malik. Like, holy shit, I found it, I found it, I found it. We're like, what the hell? We're like, we thought you were just hunting like at spawn. And he's like, bro, I was. So funny. He didn't want any items though, cry? I mean, knowing Bob and like thinking about the situation, I assume it's just like one of those things where like he felt compelled to keep good rapport with a handful of people that were a part of the base. You know, like Entropy. I think that as somebody who just like genuinely enjoys base hunting, just being a part of that scene, that it was a reward in of itself to just be around, you know? Yeah, I know, Zippy. I mean, didn't he find it post? He found it pre-Randar. Post NOCOM, though. Ooh, is this activity? Pause. Can I get out of here? Hell nah, we're miles underground. Do you pre-gap constantly just because rich or because of possible lag fall out of the sky totem pop? A little bit of both. I mean, when you're in the nether too, it's like it's crucial to do it often. Oh my. Nah, your turn, buddy. Yeah, he just walked off on his own. What was that about? Okay, wide portal it is.
Harbor Freight has been there for
Bro,
years.
stop talking to me.
We've always been
The amount of ads on this video is actually just not cool, bro. Not cool. How far are we from the surface? I mean, we're closer. We can squeeze our way through. Huge, Chris. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. Yo! What's going on? I'm scared. What the? He says, what the fuck? I've subbed before. I've been around for a bit. He must have subbed a long time ago when like Ranch was kind of putting me on back in the day. Or gifted. That's very possible. Welcome on in. Gun the ops down. I just got a new shiesty. Who wants to be my ops? I'm sorry. This trail is so sus. Like there has to be something here. I can feel it. Yeah, and generally, it would be in my best interest to just jump on one of these overworld trails immediately. And we might end up getting to that point, but we are kind of adjusting our strat slightly, just because of the state of chunks loading is so bad right now. Slurpee Burger. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate the support. You're TikTok famous, Paul? Wait, am I really? What happened? So there's like all this crazy activity here. And then we don't really see much crazy eastbound activity, like passing through. It's all a bunch of south, but then it seems to be like leaving it. It becomes kind of crazy eastbound activity, and then it kind of starts going this way. And so before we focus in at all on any of this overworld activity that we've passed, the two trails that seem to be going north-south, we're just going to complete our investigation of these nether trails because chunks are loading quicker that way anyway. You know, it could be like those overworld trails might be the real trails. There might have been secret skips somewhere, and then like they took this overworld route to make some distance from the nether trails. But who knows? Every day you pop up on my Insta. Huge. I appreciate all the love and support in that department. I mean, it's at the end of the day, I should have been taking advantage of short form content creation. And it's not like I'm super interested in catering to like brain dead.
When you shop in the Safeway app,
Bro,
you can
stop
count
with
on
these
us to choose
ads.
fresh produce, guaranteed.
Like, it's not necessarily the scene where I'm like really trying to I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to get to is that at the end of the day, it is the thing to do if you want to really just gain exposure. In this day and age, it's important. If I'm going to be investing as much time as I have been in the past years streaming, and as I refine my craft and I have these projects in mind of things I want to create in the future, I'd be shooting myself in the foot if I wasn't tapping into short form content. So that's just that scene, just how it is there. Blue, you're such a goofball. I appreciate it. Like I said, someday, someday, I mean, over time, it'll probably get some more people in the mix, in the following list, and then you 2B2T people who are petrified of doxing yourselves might be a bit more comfortable following, because you'll just be buried in other followers type deal. Maybe. Huge, Chris. And like, obviously I'm the only person managing any of those accounts, so those of you, I don't know if you're like in stream. I have like suspicions for who people are, like those of you who comment on my stuff regularly. Huge shout out to you guys. It really means a lot. All the activity, obviously it's like there's algorithm stuff, and every time you interact with the post in any which way is a whole thing. I don't want it to feel like a chore to anybody, but it just means a lot. So yeah, there's that. Not gonna lie, I used to stress about getting doxxed, but realistically, who cares? Are we getting wide? Also, Zippy, I think, I mean, that type of stuff still happens on Tubi, and I'd say it's more concentrated in like PvP and griefing communities because of obvious reasons, but generally, as a whole, 2B2T community-wise is more chill than it was several years back, which is nice. And especially, I mean, like, people that you've known for years and been friends with for years on TV, it starts to become more like you develop genuine trust with some people, which is probably not like advice I should be pushing relative to 2B, but yeah, same Zippy. What the fuck, chicken? Members of your community should try and get a base going. We do. We have a We have a base location. It's called the Lump. What, you haven't heard of it? Yeah, for real, Slurpee. Zippy, if you're on Twitch, which you are, you can do ! socials. Thank you, Spacebar. Yeah, so those chords that Spacebar just slapped in chat, it's like the whole concept of the bass is it's a lump. It's a glorious, beautiful lump. And as we have built it and it has become more obscene and grotesque in its ways, it becomes evident that due to the nature of the bass, like even if you do bring TNT along, it really just adds. Bro. Why am I getting Love Island ads? It's not a lava cast. Though if it gets lava casted, then we can work with it. We'll be mole rat people. That's just fine. Can we make a lump at the Fortress of Chartitude? Yeah. I was thinking last night that the most hilarious grief would be to revert the land to exactly how it was generated. That's happened before. Okay, guys. If we look really closely, I'm more curious to see the crossovers between, like, I want to follow this guy here. I don't know why this dude keeps on going west. I mean, this isn't particularly a good direction for us, but I mean, we're far enough out to where any direction could lead anywhere. But he seems to be pretty solo dolo over here. I guess we'll just follow it for one more minute. We'll use our 11 fireworks, and then when we re-gear, we'll go back into the nether and dig deeper into the other overworld trails. With this amount of overworld activity, there's gotta be something. Hi, Paul. Sad I left yesterday to get some Z's like 20 minutes before you pulled up, apparently. Missed out on the fine? Ursats, it's good to see you again. I appreciate you coming through. It was awesome. I was just rambling for so long. I was rambling for like 30 minutes, and I wasn't even talking about the trail. I was just kind of mindlessly. I was surprised that I even hit that skip. I just saw it and was like, just kind of like cruise control hit it, and it was a great success. I almost landed like directly under the stash. But it's on my YouTube in my live. You need YouTube Premium? Wait, for what? Okay, so now it's evident that this is the beginning of the trail. So let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you guys one thing. This is a really good sign. Now, whatever we find, we've seen some hunting activity in the nether. So it's very possible that whatever we find has been found before us. However, the reason why this is a good sign is because this indicates that 2 people knew where to make a portal, right? That's not a hunter. It's somebody who knew where they were going. And the way that we're able to indicate that is because if it was a hunter, they would see an open portal nether side and then just go right into it. But no, there were 2 portals that had been built here on separate occasions. And I guess just left open in the overworld. Figure it didn't really matter. So to kind of help us understand more, we're gonna offset the location of our portal a little bit, and just see if if it's left open in the nether. It probably is. I assume it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, maybe not. Why were there? Oh god, this is not good. Take back everything I said. Why are they built like that? Only hunters build portals like that. Actually, we're gonna go back in the nether anyway because we're gonna go over here. Anyways, I thought I was on some shit. I'm just gonna stop talking. I do think I'm probably close to pulling up on something, but whatever that something is, I figure I'm not gonna be the first person. But hey, I was saying these exact same things last night before we pulled up, and there's an untouched stash, so okay. Let's just predict, like, see what it looks like in the nether over here. Did you leave a sign yesterday, Stash? Yeah, I did. And I did research the people who it belonged to. I know on stream, I was kind of giggling, being like, oh my goodness, whoever made this place didn't leave their name behind, da-da-da. And I lied. I lied when I said that because I didn't want anybody to go back in the VOD and scroll up on my chat signs and be like, oh, there were people's names, and I know that guy, and I'm going to tell him. Let's just build the portal right here. Bro, you mind? You mind? You mind?
More epic. Staying nearby gets you close to what matters most.
I'm dead.
Let's go to OMG Whoa.
Bro.
While you're traveling, you have what you need to make every day even sweeter. Because when you stay closer,
Okay, he's just gonna burn up, I think.
it makes every day brighter. Seize the days at over 1,500 locations. Days In, a trusted brand by Wyndham.
Give up.
Why does the ATM unit always have the highest fee?
But it was clear that after I researched the names of the people that lived there, I didn't know any of them, and they hadn't been on in like a week, so I wasn't that pressed. Bro, sorry about the ads. I didn't even realize that they were going. I was just zoning out. That's annoying as shit for you guys, I can only imagine. Not bad. Yeah, of course I yoinked it. It was clearly a purchase stash. 20 dubs of good stuff though. Really good. Yeah, like I said, if anybody's curious to see it, you can just go to my live on YouTube for yesterday's stream, and it'll be there in the last 10 minutes. Buying stashes is cringe. Yeah, for real. Why didn't they just take out a Mason grant? What's your favorite quadrant? Either neg pause or neg neg. In the current version, you can farm literally anything. except golden apples. I don't know, you flailing at an Enderman while an ad plays is really comical, to be fair. I didn't even realize. Pro. What's up, Visions? What do you think is at the end of this trail? I think it's going to be a... I don't know. One thing I will say that I think is really cool about the sale of stashes on 2B, like something that's just really fascinating to me, is considering how inflated the economy is for items on 2B in comparison to the like currency exchange rate for some individuals. And the example I have in mind is Omate Chiati, who is a good OG friend of mine from 2B. He's from Argentina. And so the amount of money in turn that he would be making from selling, because he like owned shops and would sell dubs and this, that, and the other, he would essentially be making so much more money in comparison to somebody like from the United States because of the exchange rate, essentially. So that was cool. Did you see Spectrum Nether stash found? Bro, the dude that found it is here right now, spying on me. You guys too, probably. Evil as shit. Wait, I don't know why he's not in the journeyman though. Shoot me an inv. I think I have to convince Jackafa mostly to be okay with it. He thinks he'll like hack the whole Discord or something. Can I get a 30-second backstory? What is that? The Spectrum Builders Nether stash?
World champ Lolo Jones has dominated the track and conquered the bobsled. Now she's ready to take on pickleball, puppy yoga, and hiking. This off-season, she's discovering new ways to get moving, with help from Sierra's amazing brands at incredible prices.
This is some shit, this trail is.
Sierra, let's get moving.
Okay, what's up with the chickens? You guys need to tell me when like an ad is happening, because this is so annoying. How far out was it in the nether? That I don't know. I'm curious about that myself. Yeah, Vision, so can you provide a little bit of a context on was it like a bait stash that you found first along the same trail with like a fake iron exception sign at it, and I assume a fake dragon food sign? It was the 1.12 location. Oh, and then they just moved it a bit farther down the trail. The baby chicks. It might have been an ad. It might have been this music, because this is literally Stardew Valley like ambiance music. It's awesome, Kuzumai. I love it. Maybe this would be a good time to talk about teleported to stashes. Maybe not. Shout out that Zoc guy. Oh, wait. Now that we're on this trail, it's kind of pointing in the direction where this trail that we followed at the beginning of stream might be going. Oh my goodness, no way it all comes together. Please end at a place. Please, God. I'm trying to end the stream. Cinema. That nether stash was one of the old TP to with no trail? No, it wasn't. I just wanted to talk about it because I want to find one someday really bad. I just want to be like going through new chunks at like 13 mil, 17 mil nether. And just run into a prehistoric chunk dupe. 10,000 dubs. I think that would be cool. I'll never stop being amazed by stash hunters. Why did I take that message like in a condescending way? I mean, there's no safer option than a like teleported to spot in the Nether. Why would you even move it? I don't think Twitch died. Try refreshing? 'Cause I'm still talking with Zippy. What is this, bro? if I ever get a job, I'll hunt past the world border. What is where's the correlation there?
Life's better when your stuff is protected under our roof.
Stop. Okay, Zippy. I just tabbed out. Skip this frickin' ad. Out of the amount of stuff that Jay-Z has produced over the years, what percentage would you estimate is still intact and like within your possession? Maybe not within your possession. I'm not trying to get like necessarily incriminating information. I don't want to suss you out too bad or anything. I don't know how much you want to gatekeep stuff, but I gotta be curious about that. None pretty much. This has to be that one guy. Bro, this is such a mess. I know a group of French Stupid players who would get several prios per month from selling shulks of frog lanterns to Knock Shop. Incredible. Doesn't really make sense though, because that's something that's super easy to farm. Even the like netherite sales scene has kind of tanked. It's been oversaturated. A bunch of people mining netherite these days. We only had one location which accidentally leaked to Haxified and then got stolen by Sculler. And Jordan was mad at me and we didn't talk for like a year. Oh. So what, was like GS and Jay-Z like in competition then? I definitely associate both of those as like two of the big dogs in terms of duping. With I can only assume chunk dupe. Yeah, Jay-Z is Jordan Zippy, and then GS is G-Smack Sculler. Do you ever buy from a shop? No. Guys, this is no good, bro. This is just no good. Listen, how long have I been streaming for? 246? I might go for like 15 to 30 more minutes. Like, this is cool and all, but also totally fucking shit. And bad. Well, I guess it's time that we follow this guy. Just to give you guys a little oh god, game, please don't hurt me. Just to give you guys a little sense of what I'm looking at here, the scene, like, I mean, there's this dude that's passing through, and he like jumps on this trail for a minute and then leaves. I can only assume it's going a slightly different direction. I don't know really what to make of that, but he seems to be the only person doing that. Maybe we'll actually go here. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting too caught up in the weeds over here, and that genuinely there just seems to be more activity just going south. Let's go here. Okay. Don't get pissed at me, Veritone.
Standing out on LinkedIn is a huge win for my team. And we do it with Adobe Express. They have templates built for every LinkedIn ad format. Whether it's videos, images, or carousels, we can get the word out about our services in minutes.
Life doesn't stop
What?
at getting an education. That's why Sophia offers self-paced, online, college-level courses that are designed to transfer. Access 70+ courses for only $99
Skip.
a month and start learning today.
Did I get leaked to shit? I don't even care anymore. You need an ad block? I need to just like not listen to this anymore. I'm tapping out. Relaxing Zelda music. Just don't play an ad, please. Ooh, pie hole? Sounds intriguing. Bleh. I'm so just done. I think I'm getting too hot or something. Okay, what do you guys think? We have two sets of trails. One set is this guy going northeast, and this other guy also supposedly going northeast. Okay? They could be meeting up at a base over here. Or it's them just doing a loop-de-loop. Next, this guy going south, and this guy going south. Same sort of thing. They could be meeting up at a base down to the south, or be doing a loop-de-loop. Zero, zero is this way. So farther away would be going south. That's increasing the higher number. Always go away from spawn. Yeah. I know, because like the northeast looks kind of juice, But I'm knowing that it's like, you know. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna like fill up my water really fast. I'm gonna keep going. I'm like going higher up right now. And then when I get back, we'll be able to kind of like just glide down. No one goes towards 0-0 if they're setting up a base. That's the thing. Sometimes they do. Not often. Sure, it was just, never mind. Marley Bones is coming to cuddle. Alright, Marley Bones. She's just staring at me. I got 2 of them. The other one's in my left hand, as you can see. I mean offhand. It was a patch for automatic chunk dupe setup. Basically, if a book went through a hopper, it got turned to paper. What? A paper shredder plugin. Oh. Yeah, she likes learning how to base hunt. Not Moogle. Moogle just likes to try to leak my chords. Is the Moog jump? It must be a 7TV thing. Honestly, I should just I don't know why I haven't just downloaded that for myself and put it on my own channel. I'll do that. You think? That was fast, Sippy. Yeah, that was pretty cool though, Corbin, huh? A lot of people had left just before that. But I'm stoked on that find. I hadn't found a pretty good stash on stream in a bit. was so random too. I wasn't even thinking about it. How big was it? 20 dubs. But like I was saying earlier, it was clearly a purchase stash, so it had some good stuff at it. So Visions, are you and Crimson Stream like the only two active like IRS members these days? Also, could you remind me what it stands for? For those who don't know, that's like their base hunting group. Well, I think it's more than a base hunting group. I think it's just their friend group. What did you find, Corbin? You told me about that crazy book that you found, like a turban book or something. Riths, what makes you say that? Are your accounts like kind of stuck somewhere in particular or something? What is this? Oh, what? I haven't found anything on stream since March. That's because you're just building up the good luck, man. I found nothing for weeks. I thought you just said, guess what I found recently. It's just some like sick joke. This music is like non-existent. I was trying to be funny, but I failed. Okay, at least I recognized it. I recognized it. All right, I just tabbed out. We're switching over to the Minecraft soundtrack, but it's Midwest emo. Yes. I was doing that for a bit, Riths. Oh, come on. No. It's a huge fucking island. Visions, I appreciate your optimism, but there is not a better mushroom island than right here. Ain't no way. Oh, was this music made by AI? By AI? But blah, 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 blah. What the? Idea. We're offsetting our portal again. Fuck my Chungus life, bro. Other idea. Okay. Hear me out, everybody. We're going back to the northeast stuff. I don't care anymore. Just take me to the base. I'm done milking this trail. This trail's gonna get a name before you know it. No. I'm gonna finish it this stream. You guys know that I like to finish it. Like, I hate ending without finding anything. No. No stash, no sleep. You know the rules. You used all your luck yesterday? Nope, I'm keeping the ball rolling. Watch this. Easy. That actually didn't have an open portal. Fuck, it's because I chopped it up nether side. Who does that? Yamas. Evil as shit. No, it's not the Wild Goose Trail. Wait, what if, you know, because we have all of this backed up content of me investigating that one trail, obviously the Wild Goose Trail. Haven't found anything at the end of it. What if we found something at the end of this trail and then we just like clipped them together? We just spliced the trails for a video. Like, yeah. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm gonna make it on TikTok. Pale oak sign dated 2021. I wonder. Help. Whatever, spacebar. Nah, Corbin. It's just become too much of a headache hunting that thing, so I've taken a break. Frick. I've never seen that. Yeah, if you spawn inside of a amethyst deposit like that, it's actually good luck. One more. Two in a row. Oh yeah, we're hitting big. What's up, Fatal? I'm loving this music. Let me check to see if it's made by AI or not. I don't think it is. No, it's not. Made by a guy named Sadie. Sadie Owner. Hmm. Do you think the Masons will ever have an exploit again? Thinking about the Masons getting exploits, wasn't it just basically luck that they got access to Randar the way they did? Sean? Yeah, that's crazy. So dumb. Dexter D is starting to look like that. The thing is, Zippy, I know I'm doing this live and I'm using fireworks and I'm looking around and I'm talking and it's a relatively engaging experience, but base hunting for the most part is automated nowadays, which is also fucked, but so like if I was off stream right now, I could just like AFK this whole thing. Yeah. You could AFK it with that type of chunk loading. I mean, yeah, I figured this isn't too much leaking to at least show off this aspect, but like, yeah, you just get your Y level high enough, obviously, and then we all know what pitch 40 is. And then to defeat the chunk loading speed, you just throw on timer 0.6, and then you can just like leave your computer. People do use that Zippy, but there's other ones too. Timer 0.6 is insane though, it's too slow. I mean, when I'm just laying down and going to bed, it's fine. Is there a way to beat it? Of course there is. Do you get a notification when something's found? Or I don't use that. People do though. A lot of people even have it hooked up to like a Discord where it automatically pings them. Only a sure. Thank you, follow. I appreciate it. And then, like, to discuss portal hopping, Zippy, that's like one of those cases where it then does require the grit and patience from a base hunter. What's up, sure? You play 2B? Or have you come through before? I might recognize you. First message. This is so tiring. Where is it? No way they patched Birtle New Zealand, bro. No way, bro. Corbin says, Paul, I feel like we are now in the older generation of base hunters. True. Seems like there's a new generation coming through. The majority of peeps I've never found. What do you mean? Like you never find like new base hunters stashes type deal? Is that what you're saying? That's so sad, Spacebar. Reggie Carter, you can just like look up Oxtaz on GitHub, and you should have multiple versions of it. Oh, but you're saying 1.21.5. Yeah, I don't know if he's made a 1.21.5 version of it. Heard of. My bad. I missed that you sent that. Ooh, yeah. One of like the new base hunters, he's like some guy, I don't know if he's Chinese or I think he's Chinese. His name is Dadu. You guys hear that guy before? He's kind of been going crazy lately. Oh yeah. Visions knows who I'm talking about. Like, who is he clicked up with? Does he have like a group that he represents? Does he have like other base hunting friends? Or is he just going solo dolo and just posting crazy finds in the Hunters Union Discord? When was the last time you had a stash found? Oh. I mean, I always say the like big greasy egg journeyman stash that Visions made a video about, but if I'm being genuine, I don't really claim any ownership of that spot. It was all eggs items. And he's the one that like hit it and everything. To be fair, nice, Den. Yeah, that's great, Zippy. What do you even do with items? Do you build? Have you been playing these days? Do you think that Dadu guy has literally been sitting hunting for 8 hours a day to find that much stuff in a short period of time? I don't know. Maybe. He might be in the running for most unemployed player. Him and Ladad. What is happening in this game, bro? Holy shit. Yeah, I get you, Corbin. I'm thankful I have the ability to invest some time to showcasing this. For real, Dom Capone. I know this, but this is not like baritone bot looking activity for the most part. You know, this like little blip in the trail here, this indicates that it's somebody sitting at their PC. I'm afraid when I go to sleep, we'll pull up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of past due to end, and I hate getting off without a find. You guys know this, but Brooks World, what's up, bro? What's going on? How was stream, my dude? Zippy redeemed life advice? Shit, I totally scammed the last life advice too, I just remembered. Okay, let me think of a life advice. Let me think really hard. Something good. Something good to end you guys off with, because I'm getting off here soon. I'm thinking. The gears are turning. Damn, Brooks World. The dangers of spawn. Well, I appreciate the raid. Oh, wait, something's coming. Something's coming. So an issue I have sometimes. You guys ever, I mean, I'm sure we can all relate to moments where you have an interaction with somebody and then immediately after the fact, you're like, shit, I should have said this, that, and the other. Like, oh, I had an opportunity to say this and I missed that. And then you start to regret it. I think that there's something to be said about, like, confidence and comfortability and, like, being at peace with your, like, social ability, I guess. And that, like, within that comfortability and peace, there's like an energy that kind of is emitted from that. I don't know really what I'm getting at here, but somewhere buried in that like jumble of words that I just sent out, there's life advice in there, for sure. Ooh, Hybridius, that's good. Don't regret not telling someone something because the next time you see them, you can tell it to them. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, there's an opposite life advice. If you love someone but don't tell them, if you love someone but bite your tongue, all you get is a mouthful of blood. I don't know, I've just heard that one before. I don't really know. Cursor, nice name, thanks for the follow. Raid no when you end? I bet. Is it a good or bad sign if two trails are pretty much parallel, like 200 blocks from each other, going the same direction? That's great. Well, I would do some further investigation, Quentin, to make sure that it's not somebody like grid flying and like just doing loops. But generally, yeah, if it's only two, that's great. Huge blue. Huge life advice. Oh, well. Yo. Zippy, I hope to see you come through more often. Are we turning here? I need to end. Yeah, Bart, I saw your message. I specifically didn't read it because it hurt my feelings. No, I'm kidding. But, dude, yeah, I'm tired. It's late. Rip. I'm still writing the high. I'm still writing the high from yesterday's find. We can cope. We can deal with it. I'll probably AFK this stuff like I was talking about doing off stream. I'll let you guys know if something comes about with it. It's such a weird mess. A mess of trails. The Nether is like so cooked, hunted, but the overworld, oh yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. Blue, I will see you soon at the Fortress. I didn't post the VOD? What are you talking about? From yesterday's stream? It's public on YouTube, my YouTube lives. Yes, sir, T-Black. Yes, sir. Brought my main account out the woodwork just for it. Let's throw up some music for this outro. We'll just go back on this tape again. But we're gonna raid No-No. Nah, T-Black, you don't gotta stay up because I'm gonna take my own sweet time. I'm gonna be playing Stardew in between. I'm just gonna try to get there before I go to bed. You're all good. I'm gonna leave my account there. It'll be there overnight, so we're chilling, bro. But I appreciate you guys' chillness. Oh, Bard. So if you navigate to my YouTube channel, which you're on, there's another tab. It's like home, videos, shorts, lives, and it's under lives, something like that. Alright, but as I send this raid through, again, you know, I'm still riding the high from yesterday. No one can tell me nothing. No one can tell me nothing. Huge shout out to Trana coming through with the biddies. It's always good to see him. Dev Shino, huge thank you to Dev Shino always. I appreciate all the good vibes, all the conversations today. Shout out to Slurpee for the Prime sub. Zippy for the resub. I hope to see him around. Chicken with the 43 months, which is crazy. Toronto with the gifted subs. I forgot about that. I got it mixed up with Dev Shino. That's my bad. Willardom with the surprising sub. Huge shout out to you, bro. All the new followers. The raid from Books World. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. Oh, and Samuel Bates with the YouTube super chat. Cool shit. All right, yeah. I will be back again tomorrow. It'll be a good time. I'm probably gonna make some distance from this place and get some fresh trails, but hey, we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll catch you on the flip. Love you guys. Peace.
That was accidental. Hey, appreciate the raid, Posty. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hey.
Hold up, take a moment, count my guap. All these racks bumming in, they bumming in.